In today's video, I'll share how my pepper spray rule can help you simplify your composition by making the subject and elements in your scene easier to see. I'll also discuss my top 4 composition guidelines and why you should use them to improve your photos. Make sure you stick until the end before shooting yourself with pepper spray. My name is Daniel Aucoin and I'm a professional photographer living in Eastern Canada. I make videos to share my photography knowledge and take you behind the scenes of my photography adventures with the only goal of inspiring you to keep moving forward on your journey. Support my channel by leaving a comment. A big thanks to Pictorem for sponsoring this week's video. Many photographers agree that composition is the heart and soul of photography. It's how we choose to arrange visual elements within our frame to better tell the story. While it may be the most challenging part of photography, there are rules to help us better understand composition. Most importantly, trust your intuition and do what feels right for you. Okay, so let's jump right in. What the hell is the pepper spray rule? First, it's not a rule, it's more of a tip or a hack I'm using all the time to make sure my composition makes sense or to help me find any potential subjects. You'll need a little bit of practice, but basically you need to blur your vision by closing your eyes halfway or removing your glasses if you have some in order to easily see the brightest elements in the scene, the most saturated colors, and the area of highest contrast. So while I get ready to take my first shot and before going into more details about this technique, I'll share my favorite photography composition rules. While the rule of third is the most popular starting point in photography, it remains incredibly helpful, especially for beginners. Picture a tic-tac-toe grid on your viewfinder and position key elements where the lines intersect to achieve a balanced and visually appealing image. This simple but effective guideline can really enhance your photography skill, making your photo more engaging and dynamic. One thing I love to do when I arrive at any scene is to use my cell phone to play around with different composition. By closing my eyes a little and blurring the image, it helps me identify any potential subject and make it easier to see what works and what doesn't before taking out my main camera. Here I choose my wide-angle lens to make the foreground, which is the pile of rusted metal tracks, a little more engaging and improve the overall composition by adding depth to the image. In this case, you know what I'm doing, the pepper spray rule. It's easy to see that the main subject is going to be the wheel right there. Because when you close your eyes, that's what stands out. If I'm moving the camera a little bit more this way, there's too much, the sky is distracting over there, and this piece of metal is distracting. So I'm probably gonna move my composition towards this way. When you close your eyes a little bit and blur the image, it's easy to see that this little piece of concrete there is really distracting. But when you focus only on your subject, sometimes you miss these kind of details. Now please take time to let me know in the comment, what do you think does not work with this image? Framing in photography is when you use things like trees or archways to frame your main subject. This technique helps draw attention to the subject and adds depth to your composition. By thoughtfully positioning these elements, you can enhance the storytelling aspect of your image and guide the viewer's gaze towards the focal point. So at this point, you probably wonder why I brought you here in a junkyard to show you that pepper spray rule. Well, let's just say there's a lot of composition problems to be solved here. Finding subjects in these kind of places is often the challenge, but not for this one. The challenge here is to create an interesting composition using this red fire extinguisher sign against this blue background. Now this one is a great example of how framing your shot or framing your subject might improve your composition. So basically everything in this shot moves towards the subject. So I only need to fine-tune the composition, moving up or down, maybe shifting the focal length on my 15 to 35 millimeter. And I think I'm going to be able to make an interesting shot there. This one has a pretty strong contrast since the subject is bright red and we have everything else in blue in the image. So the natural framing occurs right there. We have some interesting line coming in the image. This part of the image is also really important because it draws the eyes towards the subject. I think it's an interesting composition. Let me know what you think in the comment. In this scene, I walked by a huge pile of rusted brake drums that created a repetitive pattern. You only need one red drum to break the monotony and add a pop of contrast to the scene. As photographers, we all know the rewarding feeling of seeing our work displayed on a wall. However, finding the right company to trust with turning our images into stunning wall art can be a challenge. That's where Pictogram comes in. Pictogram is a professional photo lab that specializes in creating beautiful wall arts for photographers like us. With a focus on fine art and metal HD prints, I've had the pleasure of working with Pictogram for the past 4 years to fulfill hundreds of projects for my clients. Not only do they ship worldwide, but they offer an amazing turnaround time and excellent customer service. If you're ready to showcase your best shot on your wall, head to the link in the description and use the promo code Daniel20 for 20% off your first order. Now let's get back to the video. Another thing you can do to help you find your composition is use a Ziplock like this one. So the only thing you need to do here is put the Ziplock in front of your eyes and scan your scene in order to see what really pop. And in this case, there's 3 yellow wheels that really do stand out, and that's going to be my next subject. For this shot, I'm gonna grab my 70 to 200 millimeter f4 lens, and that is because I want to really isolate the subject and get rid of the unwanted part all around the photo. So again, only by closing your eyes a little bit and blurring the overall scene, just like here, it's easy to see your subject, you know, and if you move a little bit more like in this way, you know, there's a lot of distraction over there, a lot of bright spots. Here, I wasn't sure if including the green grass at the bottom of the frame added interest to my composition, so I captured another one without it. Please let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. Another thing you can do to improve your composition is look for leading lines. Leading lines in photography act as guiding elements that direct your eye to a specific part of the photo. They can be actual lines like road or fences, or simply just how things are arranged. They help draw attention to the important part of the image and add depth. Right, so now just for fun for this one, from that angle over there, I think it's pretty obvious what stands out in this photo. This blue wheel stands out, the white one over there. We have nice guiding lines in this shot. This one kind of brings you in the shot and your eyes obviously stopping right there. I'm going to quickly put my camera on my tripod because I want to focus tag the image to get everything in focus. Again here, I'm going to close my eyes a little bit just to make sure that everything is correct. Maybe there's a darker spot over there, but other than that, the shot is pretty clean. So I'll take the shot. In photography, rules guides us in composing images, but like in life, they can be bent or broken. As photographer, we have the freedom to create our own style and break away from the norms. For me, composition is the most rewarding aspect of photography because it's the most challenging. Sometimes, challenging yourself to see composition, even with mundane subjects and poor lighting, like I did today, can really help you learn and improve. Then, when the time comes, you'll be able to capture that split second where everything comes together to create even more interesting images. So now you see that you don't need to shoot yourself with pepper spray to take good photos. Just go out there, enjoy yourself, break the rules, and most of all, keep moving.